Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Leader Lab. This is Leadership Shorts, quick thoughts to help you level up your leadership. My name is Chad Wright. I'm the founder of Forward Partners, and I am joined, as always, by my partner in podcasting, Emily Grace Deal. Emily Grace Deal, what are we talking about today?
A big part of leadership development is professional help.
Yeah.
Which you've defined as coaching and therapy, right? It's two different pieces of it.
Yes, it is. Two sides.
Yes. So how do we know if we need help and how do we find the right help? Also, like our worries, does this mean I'm crazy, right?
Yes. You know, it's interesting because we've deployed our course now with a lot of groups, and session 7 is about how do we get professional help as a part of our circle, right? Our circle should consist of fellow leaders, kind of peers who are alongside us, mentors that are ahead of us, and professional help, the coaches, the trainers, the therapists. And it's interesting the pushback we'll get on that, because a lot of us grew up in a time when therapy was not okay.
Right.
When asking for help was not okay. When that meant there was something wrong with us.
Right.
Not only was something wrong with us, you're going to get, everyone's gonna gossip about you, probably going to lose your job.
Right.
Find it crazy.
Right.
It was not accepted. And what we're finding over time is the absolute truth.
Oh, it's actually super helpful.
Not only is it helpful, we all need it.
Yeah.
We all need professional help every single time. And so I think it's vital that as leaders, if we're on that growth path, you know, we talked earlier about the fact that we're always investing in ourselves, and if we're on that positive path, we're self-renewing. Part of self-renewing is growth, and part of growth is you're going to hit walls that your peers cannot help you with.
Right.
You're going to hit walls that your mentors cannot help you with.
You need an outside perspective,
You
not
need
just
an
somebody
outside perspective.
who is your friend. I mean, your friends will just always agree with you, hopefully, but like still somebody on a level that is that can give you that professional piece.
The professional, they're trained to do it, right? This is their field. And so we do think about that in terms of therapy and coaching. And so with coaching specifically, for me, this is about a skill gap. Where do I recognize that I have a skill gap that I need to get better at?
Right.
And when we talked to the last episode about leaders creating the future, well, part of the future of Forward Partners is I'm going to do more speaking. So I recognize a skill gap. I've been doing professional speaking for decades. And honestly, I think I'm really good at it. And I say that very humbly. I think I am really good at it.
I think you are too.
But I don't think I'm great. And I do think I have the potential to be one of the greats. I need a coach that says, I know how to get you from being really good to being great. I don't know how to get there, but a coach could get me there. And so I'm always looking for those skill gaps, especially in relation to what future do I want to create?
Right.
And if I see that I don't have a certain skill to go create that future, I need that. And so that's where coaching can be so valuable, is those skill gaps or those deeper things you see that you're just not quite good at. And you want to be, and you think there's something to invest in there. On the therapy side, this is more about getting to why do we do the things we do?
Right.
And this is a self-awareness piece that will change your life. This is recognizing patterns and recognizing kind of our default wiring, how we see the world. Why do we react to everything we react to? Why do the things that piss us off? Why do the things that make us happy?
Right.
Because once we recognize why we do the things we do, we can choose what we want to do. We have the tools then to choose. Here's how I want to see things. Here's how I want to navigate things. Here's boundaries I need, or new ways of thinking that help me then navigate the world in a better way.
Right.
We all need those.
Yeah, it's a little bit of getting through some discomfort so you can choose to be more comfortable.
100%. Because listen, I'll tell you, both coaching and therapy are wildly uncomfortable. In coaching, you're always trying to do a new thing or get better. That is an uncomfortable process.
Yeah, if it's not uncomfortable, it's probably not working.
100%. This is literally just this morning at the gym. I told the trainer, I said, look, I love training with you specifically because I'm sore every single time. I said, every time we train, when we're done, the next 2 days, I'm sore. That tells me I did something.
Right.
And so coaching is like that. It is wildly uncomfortable. On the therapy side, you talk about wildly uncomfortable. Let's open our souls and talk about what's wrong with us, right? It is no secret that all of our childhoods screwed us up, okay? I don't care how good your parents were. I would put my parents in a competition with anyone else's, and my parents going to win every time for being the greatest parents on the planet Earth. I love them. I'm so proud of them. My childhood still screwed me up. This is how it works. We as humans are imperfect.
It's actually, as a mom, I'll tell you, that's actually kind of comforting.
Yes. Yeah. I always tell young parents, I'm like, hey, you are not going to screw up your kids in the way your parents did. You're going to find all new ways to screw them up. Because we as parents don't know what we're doing, and we're imperfect humans. We're raising imperfect humans. And so ultimately, we all need that kind of help.
Right.
And often it's a journey. Like that's the thing that is really important, is to understand it's not going to happen instantly. You know, when I've been through therapy, I've had to find the right therapist. When I've been through coaches, I've had to find the right coach. And it is not easy.
It's
right?
not. It takes some work.
Yeah. You're not just looking for their skill, but also, do we jive together? Right.
A little bit of trial and error in there.
Yeah, it is. And it's this journey that's challenging to go on, because there's, boy, a regular therapy session is hard. An awkward one, because it's not the right fit, is even harder.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I think there's understanding this is going to be a journey. It's going to be work. Investing in you is always work. You know, the self-renewal, the self-awareness you're developing, that's work.
Right.
It is,
well, and there's
it's
always
difficult.
room to grow. Like, that's the kind of the point of all of this, is like, whether you see it or not, like there is space for you to grow and become better, more self-aware, more able. And it really does give you that, like, the discomfort gives you that room to be comfortable. And I think that's so important to know. Like, it gives you the room to be comfortable with who you are and how you function and how you work, and also comfortable around other people, and knowing not like how you work with other people, and giving you the space to become more comfortable there. Like, it gives you a lot of the ability to understand and see how things are doing and do them more intentionally.
And when you're more intentional about it, what you're going to find is confidence. The more I have been in coaching for all kinds of different things, and the more I've been in therapy, the more I'm confident. I'm comfortable with myself.
Right.
And I'm confident I have the tools to actually be successful.
Well, with both of these, that's really what it is. When you're coaching and you're figuring out that new skill or where that gap is, you're learning about it. The more you know about something, right, the more confidently you can speak on it. So therapy is just going to learn more about yourself. And so then you're more confident as who you are. And so I think it's the same thing with coaching, right? It just is a little more clear.
Well, and something that's coming up for me as we're talking about this is, the more you do this work, the more you actually become confident. And, you know, last episode, we talked about leaders creating the future. I am so confident in my ability to create the future now, because what I know is I'm going to run into a ton of things I don't know. And I know I have the ability to go find coaches and therapists that can help me do that, the professional help that will help me create that future. And it is so vital. But this idea for a lot of us is so foreign, because, again, we were taught it was bad. It meant something was wrong. Even now, the work we do.
Well, that's that. I need help. Like, we always talk about that. Saying I need help is uncomfortable and awkward. And we think that it means that we are somehow dumb or incapable of doing something. Like, saying I need help is the best thing you can do.
It's strength. And everybody will, this is a funny thing, everybody will say that. They will say they agree with this. Say, yes, for you, I'm so proud of you for getting therapy. That's so strong of you. But then there's this inward, but that ain't for me. Right. You know, there's this inward, no, that's not for me. Same thing about rest, right? It's what we talked about in a previous episode, where we'll say, yes, you should absolutely rest. I'm so proud of you for resting, but not me.
I mean, it took me multiple years working with you before I was like, oh yeah, you're not wrong.
It takes a while to hear the wisdom sometimes through the jokes. I understand.
Like, oh yeah, resting actually works.
It makes a difference. When you look at, I think even, you know, this is not necessarily professional help in terms of you're not paying me to help you, but this is also what I do for a living. And so there's some of that happens. And I look at the journey you've been on over the last 5 years. We were just laughing about it. Holy crap, it's been 5 years we've been working together. I think your life, the version of you that shows up every day is so wildly different from the version that showed up 5 years ago. And that's not me doing anything. That's you doing the work. And we refer to this as the work. When you're getting professional help, that is the work.
Right.
It is choosing to invest in yourself, have hard conversations, be vulnerable. And it's the work that matters.
Right. I am not going to get help because I'm a weak person. I'm doing it because I know I'm a strong person.
Absolutely.
And I have the ability to do so.
Yes, absolutely. Leaders, let's talk next steps. I just want to encourage you. You need help. You absolutely do. Ask for it. And do it vulnerably, by the way, because when a leader says, I need help, and they go and get help, what you're going to find is it gives your people freedom to do the same thing. You are modeling for them what strength looks like. You're modeling for them that they can also get the help they need to create the future they want. If you embrace this idea of I have the ability to create the future, the quality of that future and whether or not you can actually get there is often dictated by whether or not you have the professional help to get you there. The coaches who can help you fill those skill gaps, the coaches that can help you learn new skills and new ways of doing things, and the therapists and the counselors that can really help walk you through why you do the things you do. Why are you trapped in the same patterns you've always been trapped in? Why are you repeating history? They can really help you understand why you do the things you do. Then you have the ability to choose what you do. And you'd be surprised how much that will change your life and change the life of the leaders around you. If people want to reach out to us, they want to send, if they want to send an email that says, I need help, which you will absolutely get a response to. Where would they send that to?
To lab@forwardpartners.net.
Lab@forwardpartners.net. If they want to find us online, where we're putting out leadership content all over the place, where do they find that?
@ForwardPartner.
@ForwardPartner. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Emily, thank you so much for doing this today.
Thank you.
John, Porchlight Productions Vineyard, thank you for producing. Emily, thanks for bringing the vibes. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you ever need help, you reach out. You are not alone in this. We will see you next time right here in the Leader Lab for Leadership Shorts.